Children, in the world of Islamic legend, there are many interesting and marvelous stories. Now, we are starting a story. It is People in the Cave. Long ago, every holiday, the Wolf-Souls people worshiped their idols. Some of the idols were roosters, some were puppies, some were eagles, others were rocks. A young man did not agree with them. He thought those were not real belief. They could not make the inner mind really peaceful. So he walked away from the crowd and went to a big tree. He bowed his head and pondered it over and over. Before long, another young man came along and said to him, "How are you? Why don't you worship with them?" Then the young man replied, "How do you do? My name's Emir. I fear that they worship the roosters or puppies cannot make my inner mind peaceful at all." The other young man said happily, "Ha ha! You are the same as my thought. I also feel that kind of worship is not the right way. Let's cultivate the mind together and find our belief in the heart." So they began to cultivate the mind under the tree. By the way, some passers-by started to join them. Soon, there were 7 young men with the same idea, announcing they did not believe the God of their own people. They wanted to search up the right faith in their minds. As the time, when they announced to search up the right faith, all of a sudden, a wild wind blew hard around them. The sound came from the heaven. The 7 young men were shocked very much and knelt down to worship. They heard the sound said,
"Your piety makes me touched. I hope you hold your own original heart forever and identify it firmly. I will guide you in your minds."
The miracle vanished before they headed up. From then on, they confirmed their belief much more. But the king of Wolf-Souls was a multi-god supporter. He knew that the 7 young men did not believe multi-gods. He was very angry and sent God to arrest them. The king said angrily, "It's said you betray the king and his subjects' religion and believe the paganism. How can you do that? I don't want to punish you too soon. For 2 days to think it over, whether you go back to the people and believe our religion, or your heads be cut off and your bodies to pieces." He left presently. The 7 young men went back to the tree. They gathered together to talk about how to deal with it. One said worriedly, "Too bad. The king will not forgive us. He will spoil the pure belief in our inner minds." Someone worried and walked to and fro. Only the firmly confident Emir kneeled down sincerely to pray. He believed his own faith. Then the others joined him to pray. They should have faith on their God. At that time, the sun came from the sky. The glory light shined again toward them.
You just only confirm your faith. Go straight ahead to the mountain. You will find a cave. You continue your cultivation there.
And then vanished. They set out right away. At night, the evil king did not keep his promise, sent guard to chase them, until they ran into the forest. But in the woods, a strange thing happened. The guards could not find the ways. Those roads changed into creeks. Wow! The trees surrounded them and defeated them. This might be another miracle of the Lord.
Whoa!
The young man kept on running to a cave. There were many flutes and water in the cave. They thought it would be the cave, as the Lord told them. They ate and drank, then lay down to rest, and took a breath to relax the tiring from the traveling. As they lay down, their eyelids could not open and fell asleep immediately. As time went by, seasons changed. Day by day, year by year, they lay there, still deep slept. The shrieking wind could not wake them up. Even the thunder could not influence their sleep. The sunlight shined through the small hole into the cave, bringing in light and warmth. They would not be cold. For 309 years, they slept. They felt a little hungry and tired. They thought time had stopped. The rotation of history ran no more. One of them said, "It seems to me I sleep for a long time, doesn't it, fellows?" The second one said, "Maybe for one day, our hunger and tiring period." The third one said, "We lay down in the morning, and now the sun does not set, so we sleep for another whole day." Emir said, "We should not gaze anymore. The Lord knows it clearly. I'm very, very hungry. It seems for many days I haven't eaten anything. Send a person to the town and get some food. But must be very careful. Let no one know. Otherwise, we live no more and our feast be spoiled." Emir was very careful to pass through the forest back to Wolfso's town to buy some food. When he got there, he was very surprised. The palace turned to ruins. The place used to be open space became new palace. That house looked like his home, but not really like his home. So he hid his fearful emotion, came to a food stand. When he selected the food and got the money from his pocket, the peddler was surprised because the beer was used more than 300 years ago. Emir was surrounded by curious people. They talked about him, the character in the legend, 300 years ago. Emir, surrounded by people, was very scared. He wanted to leave quickly. One of the people told him friendly, "You don't be afraid. The king died 300 years ago. Now the king believes the same law as yours. Where are your friends?" Emir realized it at last. They have been protected by the law. When the king heard the news, he went immediately with people to the cave to welcome them. At the time when the king arrived at the cave, the weather changed suddenly. There showed the light of God, bringing Emir and the other 6 men away. All the people kneeled down and talked about it. They all admired. The legend people in the cave was true. The resurrection was true too. So the king announced to build a house for them and the Lord. Let people worship the Lord with them and name the house Mosque.
Islam Common Sense!
Children, do you know what does Islam mean?
The people who worship Islam are called Muslim, means follower, peace-loving people.
Who knows our Islam believe what? And why we don't believe other gods?
I know. Islam believes there is only one Lord in the universe. In Arabic, it's Allahu. Muhammad is the messenger sent by the Lord. So, Muslims only worship the Lord, Allahu, not other thing or person.
Right, children. I tell you, we believe Muhammad and all the prophets and saints are messengers for Lord. They are not gods or with deity. We just respect them, not worship them.
Right, that is why we don't believe bodyguards in people in the cave.
Children, we will tell you what are 5 characters for cultivation mind in the next Islam Common Sense.